1, 2, 3, go.
Waiting for my favorite day of the week. I'm in the sun, but no one sees me. I see, I feel everything around me, while the rest of the world just watches TV. And all I have is enough to get by. Who needs weekends with Thursday on your side? Why can't we both forgive and try a new way? We can both live life like every day is Thursday, and I have enough to get by. Now who needs weekends when Thursday's on your side? And we laugh, and we cry, we hold each other every night. Take a chance, and we can try to live Thursday every single night. And all I have is enough to get by. Who needs weekends when Thursday's on your side?
Namaste, greetings, salutations, and good vibes. It's Thursday. It's 9 p.m. and welcome to Thursday Night Vibes with Master Rochi and Caitlin.
That's me.
Say hello, Caitlin.
Howdy.
Howdy, partner. And how might you be feeling?
I have a rash.
I don't want to know.
Hey, hold
What?
on.
What?
Four.
What?
Carry on. Quack McSnack is back.
Oh my gosh!
Right on. Hey, welcome, Crack. Hey,
Quack!
Quack.
Robbie Quack. That intro was David Thompson. Thank you, David. He wrote that for the program. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We've got a great show tonight, man. We've got Bryan from Stereo Bus Productions, and they're located out in Tulsa, Oklahoma. This guy's got something going on, and he's bringing a band on with him, Sounds of Many, and they're out of Kansas. And I'll tell you, you are gonna dig. You are gonna dig. You're gonna dig these guys.
I dug it.
You know, I'm thinking. Now I'm old, but I'm thinking, man, if Badfinger was around for grunge, uh, this is what you might get. So anybody that's old enough to remember Badfinger. So man, tragic band, great band, but tragic history. So what's going on in Caitlin's life?
I have a rash.
I think we said we don't want to talk about the rash.
It's from my N95 at work.
Oh, from your face mask.
Yes, it's a face rash.
Oh, well, that explains a lot. So, well, what else has been going on? Anything? I smell hair burn. So I am taking that.
Not a lot. Oh, Jamie graduated.
Yes. Congratulations. Wasn't sure if it was going to happen. It happened. Jamie has graduated.
Your dog ate my steak.
That was your fault. So Yeah, everybody
David
blames
Thompson's
me for
here.
all kinds of stuff. Hey, David, namaste, my brother. Working on some stuff with David. Yeah, we're thinking about or trying to set up a scholarship fund.
Ooh.
So yeah, it's something that we're working on. But anyway, yeah, good things happening. But anyway, tonight's show it's gonna be great. You're gonna dig this interview. But um, you know, I keep putting out all this different stuff. I used to say hemp can save the world. And everybody goes, you just want to smoke it. It's like, no, hemp can save the world. It's got so many uses and all. And I am so happy to really start seeing all this neat stuff coming out. And talk about if you want a green revolution, let hemp and cannabis lead the way.
Yeah. Well, and you can't really smoke hemp though.
No, but
No,
it
I
makes
know,
all
I
it makes all
know.
the CBDs and all of that.
But that's what a lot of people would say is you just want to smoke it. You
No,
can't smoke hemp.
no.
Hemp's
Well, I know some people that
material.
did, and yeah, they got a hell of a headache. You know, you can warn people, you can tell them, you know, that's not a good idea. It's not going to get you high, and they, oh, yeah, right. You just want to, no, and man, they learned.
Whenever I think of hemp, I think of rope.
Yeah,
Because when I not we, you and me were in high school at different times. When I was in high school, and they were teaching I think it was actually in AP US history, they taught us that George Washington used to use hemp to make rope.
well, you're exactly right, and not just George Washington, up until I think it was 1937. And then again in World War II, and I think in World War One, hemp was the number one rope because it's not degraded by
And
sunlight. It's naturally waterproof. It outperforms everything. And one of the big proponents of making hemp and cannabis illegal was DuPont because he just came out with a brand new thing called uh, nylon.
right.
And he was promoting nylon rope. And the whole rope industry up to that time was hemp rope. So when they
David
outlawed
said-
that, they outlawed hemp rope, and guess what? Nylon rope became the thing that we use now.
David said you'd have to have a joint the size of a telephone pole to get high on hemp.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, and it's not going to be it's not going to be pleasing. It's not going to be like
No.
what you want. So, but man, they're coming out with talk about coming out with hemp toilet paper.
I saw hemp batteries.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Hemp batteries. That is quite a future. I think I shared an article on that. Also, they're better than the lithium and another battery. Plus, they're 1/1000th of the cost to produce. Um, yeah, just some amazing battery technology coming out using hemp. You're going to hemp toilet paper, which is going to save a lot of trees. They're getting back to using hemp
Hemp
cloth.
and hempcrete as well will also save a lot of trees because it could be used as a viable building material.
Oh yes.
Which is okay. So houses aren't as sturdy as they used to be because they have to cut the trees down sooner. So even though you're getting the same size plank, it's not as strong because it doesn't have as many layers,
Right. Growth rings.
growth rings.
Right. Well, where did you learn that?
I'm educated.
Oh, okay. At times. Well, let's see how educated you are. Would you like to talk about the sponsor of the show?
No, I got a Tecamo.
Right.
I'd rather.
I should have known.
I'd rather do that.
Should have known better.
He
I
cuddling
should have known
me.
better.
He cuddling me.
Anyway, our show tonight is sponsored by Master Rochi's Garden. MasterRochi'sGarden.com. Go by, check out our website. We are going to be running a special,
A special.
Father's Day special on our beard oil. That's going to start tomorrow, and it's going to be buy one, get one half off. So, great deal in time for Father's Day. So, check out the website, masterrochesgarden.com. Also, with the summer concert series coming on, I like these.
Yeah.
These are the Omuras. They
Very
are,
discreet.
yes, very discreet. Heat, no burn, uh, vaporizing system. You can check them out there on our website, but they're very discreet, no odor, all vapor. It's great. So check those out, and you know, uh, we're loving the support. Thank you. Namaste, everybody. We love you. Mhm.
I've heard some pretty quality things about the products on that unknown website.
Yeah. Yes, yes, we're getting some wonderful feedback, and that makes me really happy. So I'll tell you what, Waylon, why don't we roll this interview
Of course.
right on, and we'll be back at the end. And I think you're going to really dig the band that's going to be coming up. But Bryan has got some amazing, amazing stuff going on. Great dude. He's a beautiful person, because we only have beautiful people on this show.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Oh my God.
That's what that interview, Waylon. There's a little mid-show snack for the interview.
Good evening, everybody. We have Bryan Koger from Stereo Bus Productions from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Namaste, Bryan. Thank you for being with us. You are a beautiful person, man. Uh, really happy you've taken your time to drop by. So, tell us a little bit about Stereo Bus and what you've got going on.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me, and I appreciate you as well. That's a heavy question, like what is Stereo Bus? I guess if I am going to answer it correctly, I'd have to start from the beginning, which
Right
is
on.
the origins of the name. Me and my brother played in a band together, and one day we were sitting in our garage recording some music, and he was over there mixing the sound and everything, and it just clicked in his head, and he was like, "Hey, stereo bus," and I was like, "Yeah, stereo bus. It's a term referring to like mixing music, like mono and stereo sounds and signals." And I was like, "What about it?" And he was like, "Dude, think about it, stereo bus." And I was like, "Okay." And he was like, "Dude, we're gonna get a bus and like tour in it, and we'll call it stereo bus. And when we hit our locations where we're going to be playing gigs and stuff, instead of calling them gigs and everything, we'll call them, bus stops and things like that." And I was like, "Dude, that's a cool play on words, And
Yeah.
so that just kind of stuck with me through the years. And when I finally got the opportunity to start a business, I was sitting around with everybody involved at the table, and they were like, "What are we going to call it?" It's kind of like when you start a band. It seems like everybody always wants to figure out the band name first.
Right.
And I've always been a big proponent of the fact that it's like, I feel like the product makes the name. So you could literally call it anything and it will become cool if the product is good. But this time, when we were all sitting around, it instantly came to me. It was like stereo bus.
Right on.
It has to be called stereo bus because it's been in here this whole time, and I always thought it was really cool. So
I'm digging it. Well, I was a bit of a musician myself, and I had a stage name, and it was Ulysses Sucks, SUX. And that way everybody from the audience could yell at me, "You suck, you suck." It was perfect. It
thank
just fit me
you.
to a
Yes,
T.
they love me.
Yeah, give me that loving. So, how long has Stereo Bus been around?
Well, okay, yeah, I was gonna say that that's the origins of the name. So as a company, we're fairly new. Like we started about 6 months ago, and we as soon as we filed to become a legitimate business in the state, we hit the ground running. Just because I had already had contacts in Tulsa in the music business because I've been playing here, grew up here for 25 years.
Right. And,
And
and you were saying you started playing I mean, really playing at a young age.
yeah, I first started playing drums whenever I was 12 years old.
You know?
I got introduced to the band Nirvana, and everything kind of took off from there. I was originally supposed to play bass. That was the idea in the band we all started before we even had instruments. And my dad took me and my brother to a music store here in Tulsa, and he was going to buy us our first instruments. And I was looking at the basses, and something just didn't really quite feel right. And I walked over to the drums, and I was like, I kind of want to play drums. Problem is, drums are way more expensive to get started on than guitars and
Oh, yes, sir.
basses and everything. So my dad was like, well, you can either get a guitar or a bass, or you're going to have to wait to get a drum set. And I was like, I'll wait. So the following year I enrolled in middle school band, and I didn't end up getting a drum set until like a year after I made that choice. I had to learn how to read music and play bells and the xylophone and read music and do that whole thing. But in that time, I did a little bit of a makeshift kit like a lot of people do. I had a snare drum, but then I just kind of pounded my foot on the floor of the trailer I grew up in, and my symbol was a no trespassing sign.
Hey,
So
hey.
that's how I got started. And yeah, I progressed from there. I did music all through high school, did all district band, first chair 2 years.
Wow.
After high school, I kind of fiddled around playing gigs in Tulsa for a couple of years, and then I decided that I wanted to kind of progress as a musician professionally, and I joined the Marine Corps, the
All
Marine Corps
right.
band. Like,
Thank you for your service, my friend.
I appreciate that. Thank you for your support. It was a really cool experience. I got to do a lot of really awesome things, and I literally just traveled around playing drums and playing with some of the greatest musicians I've ever played with, because most of them had gone to college and had degrees, and I could easily say that I was probably the least talented person in that group, but it really made me progress as a musician because it inspired me to become better. So I did that for 4 years, and then I came back to Oklahoma, and I was going to be a music teacher
Right on.
because I wanted to stay in the music scene, the life, the love,
Mm-hmm.
who and what I am actually is what it really is. That's what it comes down to.
Right on.
But unfortunately, in the state of Oklahoma, all teachers, and music teachers especially, aren't very appreciated. Their pay is lacking.
Well, it's pretty much the same here in Indiana too.
Right. And it's very unfortunate. Usually the arts are the first thing to get cut, and so I had done that for about 4 years, and then I decided that it wasn't going to work out as a music teacher financially for me because I've got 3 kids.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of ironic. Because of that, I decided, hey, I'm going to move to Nashville and be a professional musician, and it's like, because that'll be easier, right?
Right. What's easier? Just move to Nashville and you're playing on everybody's albums in 2 weeks.
There you go. That's how it works out, right?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So I moved out there, and I was going to college out there as well. And when I got out there, I changed my degree from music education, to music business. and I was only out there for a short period of time before like some major life problems kind of called me back home. And at the time, I was really upset about it because I thought I was starting to make progress and everything looked on the up and up, and I thought I was where I was supposed to be. But I got dragged back to Tulsa, and the craziest thing happened. It took a while, maybe a year, before I realized that it was like this. It's because this is where I was supposed to be. I was in a town, a city, a great city. I love Nashville.
Right.
It's beautiful. It reminds me a lot of Tulsa in the way that if you go there now, you can see that it was originally like a small city and the population grew around it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so I'm sorry. I get, whenever I talk about it, there's still a place in my heart and my head that kind of draws me back. I have a love for that place. But so I came back here, and in the short time that I'd been in Nashville, I had already seen a massive growth in the music industry here in Tulsa. And it was so surprising that I was like, man, I have one of two choices. I can go back out there and keep trying to fight to get my space in a very well like known town that has people clamoring to get a space on the stage,
Oh, yeah.
or I can come back home and be a part of a growing industry, a place that's becoming something, and like I have roots. So I decided that this was the best place for me. And like I said, I still love Nashville, but I can't really regret the decision of coming back, because this is Tulsa as a city is just a mecca of all arts, not just music, but
Yeah, I love Tulsa. In fact, I lived in Oklahoma for a while out in by Sapulpa, and I've just always enjoyed Tulsa. But that's been, well, I haven't been out there for 10 or 12 years. I'm hoping to get out there. You guys got a lot going on. I mean, and it's the Wild West of cannabis also.
right,
Out
right.
there.
Yeah, it's crazy. I remember whenever I was growing up, you couldn't even go get a tattoo legally. You know, you couldn't buy 6 Point beer. It was, you could only get like 3.2, and a lot of people are like, I don't even know what that is. And it's like, yeah,
Right.
because we were one of the only states that did that. And it was just, there were a lot of old school laws that were still going on, and then a new generation kind of took over and came in and started adapting to a new way of thinking, I guess. And we went from
Guys out there.
tattoos and 3.2 beer to when Oklahoma passed their medicinal marijuana laws. At that time, they were the most liberal laws that had been passed in the US at that time.
Yeah.
And immediately they went to try and make recreational. But I don't know the details and I won't get into it, but some things happened and it didn't come to fruition. But I actually just signed a petition the other day to get it on a ballot coming up real soon. So
Wonderful. Unfortunately, in Indiana, we don't have, we're not able to put anything on ballots. It's all got to go through our legislature. And we have some of the harshest marijuana laws in the country. And we have, they're even talking about outlawing Delta 8 and all Delta products and classifying them as cannabis. But the Ninth Circuit Court, they had a ruling on it. So I'm not sure now. The state house is coming out with, well, we're going to put together an exploratory commission on cannabis and all. So we're hoping to bring in some new ideas. Oh, yes. And by the way, folks, don't forget, I am running for state legislature. Yes, your Master Roche for District 42 in Indiana. So let's change these laws. I'm sorry, I had to throw a cheap plug in there.
No, that's fine. Yeah, no, I understand. That's awesome. I did not know that. That's the kind of change I'm talking about. You got new ideas and new generations kind of coming in and realizing that it's like, why are we letting these people that we disagree with kind of decide how we live our lives? And they allow us to take prescription chemicals that are in a lot of ways detrimental and can lead to you having to take some other chemical to counteract the side effects of that chemical, when we have like things that come naturally from the earth that can help in a lot of ways. You know, like why is it like that? I don't know, but I do know that the way it could be changed here in America is by people, instead of standing around and complaining about the way it is, it's like, all right, well then stand up.
Yep.
Run for office, vote. I don't know, you know, like
that's it. Get involved. Get active. Take your government back. I mean, you know, that's and you know, that's what we're all about. Natural plant medicine, herbal remedies, cannabinoids. You know, we can use all of the plant. We have many plants out there. It's amazing. Mankind lasted, you know, thousands of years without big pharma.
Right.
And we survived and did pretty darn good using natural remedies and what nature offered us.
It got us here, right?
Right. So, you know, I'm thinking maybe it's time to start going back to some of that stuff.
Right. And just to clarify, there are a lot of advances that have come in medical science and everything. So it's not all bad and everything, but it's like there's a lot of corruption, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And but there's also a lot of great things that have happened. And I feel like if we could take
the best of both
positive advancements and mix it with like nature, right?
You know, modern medicine has made some amazing discoveries and advancements, but also a lot of the over-the-counter stuff that we take, and you know, a lot of stuff that's prescribed is just poison. You're exactly right. Hey, let's talk about the band that you are helping me spotlight tonight.
Excellent.
I tell you, Bryan sent me their video, and I was blown away. But give us a little background on these guys.
All right. Well, this band is called The Sounds of Many. They're from Manhattan, Kansas, so it's not too far from where I am or where you are. So we're familiar, I guess. We kind of grew up in the same region. The video I sent you is called Pipe Cleaner, and you can watch it on YouTube. Yeah, they've just been out there hustling, man. I mean, it's so hard to be a musician these days and go out and tour, because you go to a venue and they offer you a pizza and free beer. And it's like, well, I spent $150 in gas to get here.
Right.
And you're probably going to make, I don't know, $1,000 tonight from me playing here and people staying in the bar. So trying to help these guys out, trying to get the word out. They've been performing all across the Midwest, you know, just hitting up their local states and local cities and stuff like that. It's 4 guys. You got Lucas Huguenin. He plays guitar and vocals, which, you know, he kind of stood out to me whenever I watched the video. It was like, you know, like, I don't know. It's weird because whenever I watched the video, I got this vibe of like the Beatles meets Pink Floyd and everything. And they might describe it a different way because I'm a little bit older than them, but that's how I related to it. And I think a lot of people of all different ages could relate to it. But and then you got Jax Meyer on drums and vocals, which I think is cool because being a drummer, I always looked up to people that play drums and sang, because that's hard. That is not an easy thing to do. That's why there's not a lot of front men who play the drums. You got Don Henley of the Eagles and Phil Collins and oh gosh,
going back to my era, Ringo Starr.
There you go.
So
yeah, so there's a handful, but there's not a lot of them. So whenever you find someone who can sing and play drums, it's a really cool thing to take note of. But then you got Zach Nickel on bass and Caleb Price on organ and keyboard, which personally I think it's cool that the band only has one guitar player and a keyboard player, because I think in modern music the keyboard and the organ have been kind of shunned or overlooked, because you think about the Doors or something from the 60s.
Yeah.
They didn't even have a bass player. The organ player, he did all his solos on one organ below, and he did the bass lines with another hand, and it's like, it's amazing, it's really cool. But okay, so they are actually gearing up to release a new single and go on tour this summer around the Midwest. You can check them out on all the social media platforms, and you can download their music and stuff on all the major platforms as well. But so like I said, this video of them is called Pipe Cleaner. The new single coming out is going to be called shit.
Well, we'll give you a second to remember that. Hey,
Yeah.
Waylon, why don't you cue up sounds of Minnie, and we'll be right back in just a minute.
I can't help myself, there's nothing left to say. I guess I screwed this up in almost every single way. Don't mind me, I'll be waiting in the back. I promise if you love me that I will pick up the slack. If I can get a reaction out of you, and I don't need you to tell me what you think is true. I've been sleeping in a room without a bed. I want my friends to come over, but they're all dead. Here we are again, staring at you, girl, trying not to think of what I'm doing to the world. I can't move myself, I am stuck in place. I'm glad this is the finish, I've already run the race. If I can get a reaction out of you, and I don't need you to tell me what you think is true. And I've been sleeping in a room without a bed.
Bravo! That made me feel alive again.
This special broadcast was partially funded by the Sounds of Mindy. Cool.
Welcome back. That was Sounds of Many. Man, I hope you dug their video as much as I did. I'm talking that's some far out stuff. I love it. Bryan, during the video, could you think of the name of the single? Because it's
Let me clarify. It's Do As You Please. That's the upcoming single release and will be the name of the tour. So
right on. Right on. So you got any, who else are you working with there?
yeah, well, okay. So actually, I'm working with a lot of people, but I'm actually trying to reach out and make contact with people in other states and just all around. So if anybody's watching this and you're local to the Midwest region, or even not, I don't know, if you would like to come out here and tour or play gigs, please send an EPK or just some links to videos out here. Some other artists that, I mean, I'd love to get them on your show if you'd allow me to.
I love promoting new music. Love
A local group around here that I've been working with is actually one of the guys that I originally started playing music with. I've known him since I was 4 years old. It's a group that he's got with him and his wife. They perform as a duo, and they also perform as a full band. They're called Desi and Cody. They're local here to Tulsa. They're actually going to be going on a tour soon, but there will be more information about that to come. But you can look them up on internet at desiandcody.com. And then there's another group that I've been talking to that's local to Oklahoma, but the lead singer has been living out in LA for the last 6 months and working on some production projects and recording in a lot of really cool studios that I'm actually kind of jealous of. I like Tom Waits. I don't know if you know who Tom Waits is,
yeah,
but
certainly do.
Oh, I love Tom Waits, and he just recently recorded in a studio where Mule Variations was recorded, and I was like, what? So he's going to be coming back to town. I'm supposed to be having a meeting with him this week, and we're going to be working together. And yeah, I would love to just send you some more bands to feature. And like I said, if anybody out there would like to send me your stuff, I would love to hear it, if nothing else, and maybe we can figure something out. That'd be great.
Fantastic. Oh, follow up to that. I am looking for 300 to 500 seat venues throughout the Midwest. If anybody knows or interested, hit me up, DM me, and let's talk about it. I got some good stuff planned. So we're starting to reach out, and we're looking for quality venues. But hit me up. Speaking of venues, man, I hear that Tulsa is like an arts explosion out there. What's going on, man?
Man, it's crazy. It's almost too much to talk about, but you're right. It's an art explosion. It's not just music. It's artists, it's painters, it's poets, spoken word. But yeah, also music of all genres, and it always has been, is the thing. But recently, the city of Tulsa hired a company to do an extensive, in-depth report about the music economy of Tulsa to try to figure out, is this a viable thing? What is this almost,
Right.
And what they found was that the music ecosystem in Tulsa is the fastest between the years of 2004 and 2018. It was the fastest growing economic ecosystem in the state. The music economy was growing at a rate of 44% compared to every other industry in the state at 11.44%, which
Wow.
that's not even close.
Right.
Not even close.
Are you guys going to become like the Seattle of the 90s?
Okay, so here's the thing. If I said yes, when I step out this door, there's going to be here people just waiting to, take me out, because
Right.
the answer is both yes and no, and I'll explain. Yes, because Seattle was a great mecca of music during that time, a lot like various other cities. But
Right.
the thing about Tulsa is we're tired of being compared to other cities. Like, oh, you're the next Seattle, you're the next Nashville, you're the next Austin, ...
Right.
And
right.
What we like to say is that we're Tulsa. We are Tulsa, and we will always be that, but we're growing. We're doing great things, and you should come check us out. I mean, we've got a lot of the Bob Dylan Museum.
Well, yeah, isn't Woody Guthrie Museum out there?
Yeah, the Woody Guthrie Museum.
Yeah.
We're about to have the OK Pop Museum. And the Gathering Place here in Tulsa. I mean, there's a lot of great reasons to come to Tulsa, but for me, it's music. But yeah, so to answer your question, no, we are Tulsa. That's what we're trying to be, is Tulsa, and it's like I said, it's amazing. You mentioned music venues and everything like that. We actually have 3.9 music venues for every 10,000 people, which is more than like any other county in Oklahoma. It's by a long shot. It's great, and the city has actually started to take note of this, and they started a thing called the Office of Film, Music, Arts, and Culture, and
really,
they host a stage at South by Southwest every year. They're offering grants to help artists just kind of be able to actually start to focus on playing music and not have to grind at some job that they don't really want to do, and offer things like health insurance. And I could honestly go on for days about what the city's doing for artists in this town, and they're trying to, work in conjunction with other cities. So
that is fantastic, man. Unfortunately, I'm kind of in the backwaters of Indiana, and we have to travel to get to many arts, and to see quality stuff, unfortunately. But it's always well worth the trip, and I gotta get back out to Tulsa.
Yeah, man, you got to come down here sometime. We'll go out and have lunch, and we'll go see a show or something. That would be great.
Oh yeah, don't mind if a few other people join us, do you? Because we've got a lot of friends out there in Tulsa. We really do, and love the town, love the people. Yeah, we'll definitely have to set this up.
In fact, I've got a perfect spot we could go to. It's right in the downtown area. It's right across the street from the BOK Center, which is our big, event stadium. We've had Paul McCartney. It's actually like one of the best places to tour if you're like a main act. It's
right.
It's crazy the kind of people that we're getting here now, because we have a viable stadium for them to come and play in. And there's this bar right across the street. It's called Mixco, and I've been booking some bands in there, and it's a great little spot right across the street from there in downtown. There's a hotel across the street, and it's got this really cool like speakeasy kind of environment. Like whenever you walk in the door, you kind of walk down a little bit.
Oh, I'm digging it already.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great vibe, great environment. They've got great drinks, like from the bottom shelf to the top shelf. It's all great stuff. They've got food as well. It's a limited menu, but I kind of prefer that, because you go to some places and they've got a novel as their menu. In this place, it's a short menu, but everything's really great. If you're ever in Tulsa, stop by Mixco. I recommend the wings. And they have a really killer happy hour from 4 to 7. So.
Oh, cool, man. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to bring Mama Rochi with me. She won't let me travel alone anymore.
Oh, no. Hey, for the barrier, it'll be great.
For some reason, they think that I always need a babysitter, whether it's Mama Rochi or Hunter, because I get in some situations occasionally. They think that I need to be watched over.
Yeah, I can relate. I won't go into great depth, but yeah, I've been there too. But it's good to be surrounded by good people who love you and protect you.
Oh, always, always. And it's never been a bad situation. It's like, where do you go or where did you go for the last, 18 hours? I don't have a clue, but I had fun.
Yeah, I made it back safe and sound. I guess that's.
I'm here. I'm fine. Had a good time. Don't ask me who I was with because I don't remember any of them, but it was a blast. And a couple of times out like that, now they seem to think that I need to have an overseer.
Well.
Man, Bryan, I tell you, it has been fantastic, my friend. You are a beautiful, beautiful person. You're doing beautiful things. You're helping people succeed. You're giving people an opportunity. Thank you for bringing Sounds of Many on tonight. And I really look forward to what you're going to be sending me in the future.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me. And if you don't mind, could I shout out a couple of websites real quick for everybody I mentioned? That way, for the listeners, they know where to go. Because
most certainly. And one other thing is, when we wrap up this video, don't just hit goodbye.
Right? Yeah.
That to me. It's like, but I want to talk to you a little bit after the show. So, but no, share the information, please.
Awesome. I appreciate that. So, I was spouting off some stats there about what the city of Tulsa is doing, and there's a lot more information than I can even begin to try to spurt out on the website that I'm quoting from. It's like I said earlier, the Tulsa Office of Film, Music, Arts, and Culture. The website is Tulsa FMAC, like Film, Music, Arts, Culture, fmac.com. They're on Facebook as well. You can look them up, the Office of Film, Music, Arts, and Culture. You can look Mixco up also on Facebook and Google, or they got a website. Just type in Mixco Tulsa, you'll find it. And then, like I said earlier, the Sounds of Many. I mean, you can find them on YouTube. Just type in their name. They're on Facebook. Type in their name. It's not hard. There's a link on their Facebook page, and you can go to their website and kind of look at the shows they've got coming up and everything. And I'm wanting to get them down here in Tulsa, so I look forward to doing that. And I offered them a gig coming up, but it was a little bit short notice. But and then you can look us up, my company, on Facebook as well, Stereo Bus Productions, and then we've got a website, stereobusproductions.com. And I appreciate you as well, man. Like, I think you're doing a great service to the human race. You're helping to heal people, open minds, and beautify people on the inside. You know what I mean? I think you're doing a great service to us as a whole. So I wanted to make sure I added that in, and I do appreciate you having me on, and I look forward to talking to you more in the future. So.
Oh, certainly, yes. Bryan and I are talking about some really cool stuff if we can make it happen. Well, not only just Bryan and I've been talking to a few people, but stay tuned. We hope we're going to be able to entertain you even more. So, Bryan, thank you for coming on tonight. Namaste. You're beautiful, my brother. Keep me informed, and expect to have you back on here again. You gotta promise me that you're going to return.
Oh, I most definitely will, because like I said, when we started this company, we hit the ground running, and it's been crazy. The next time I talk to you, it's going to be insane, the kind of things that I'm going to be able to talk about what we've been doing, because it's happening at an exponential rate, and I'm so thankful for that. And I just want to make sure that I spread as much prosperity and love to people as I can.
Right on. I dig it, man. I dig it. Thank you, and we will see you later. Welcome back, man. I hope you dug the interview and Sounds of Many. I'll tell you what, if you all want us to get Sounds of Many on for an interview, then let me know and I will let you all know what you told me next Thursday. And if you say yes, we will try to set it up and get them on before they go out on tour. So, but man, I'm also looking forward to hearing the next single. It's gonna be great. Shout out, check out Quack McSnack. His videos and stuff. Check him out. Great dude. Help him out. Share the love. Share the word. So yes, please do that. And have an update on our classic B movie. Waylon, the producer, aka the Highway Axe Murderer. This B movie will not be coming to any good cinema near you anytime soon, but we have started the storyboard. And this is, well, why don't you tell us what this is?
This is just a rough
Caitlin?
sketch.
Oh.
This is just a rough little doodle. But I think it's pretty quality. Let me unplug my iPad.
Okay, now what is this exactly?
This is Waylon,
This is Waylon as,
the highway axe murderer.
okay.
You can see, if you look closely, it's got his hair, which always sticks out of his hat. I didn't make it quite long enough. Once again, rough sketch. We got the construction hat. We've got the jumpsuit. I'm envisioning it like a janitor's outfit with a hood in like a dirty yellow color. Rough sketch. Didn't have time to color it. With a double-headed axe that says wham.
Wham, what is wham?
Well, first of all, it's the sound the axe makes.
Oh.
Wham! But also, it stands for high... Wait, zoom in here. Oh, shoot. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. 2 fingers. If you look closely and sound it out, it stands for highway axe murderer, which is also conveniently the sound the axe makes, like I said. Wham!
Oh, I've never quite thought of that this way.
All right,
Wait,
I'm impressed.
are you impressed?
I'm
Well,
impressed.
you should be. You are the star of this story.
That will never be coming out ever.
You know, you never know. Somebody may reach out and say, "Oh, we want the script." You know, we've got
The script!
we've got to have the script.
You know what?
Of
I think-
Waylon, the producer.
I think for next week,
AKA Highway.
I'll
Accident.
start the first chapter, and we'll read a rough draft from the first chapter
Oh, we could
of
do
Highway
Make-
Axe Murderer.
that. Yeah, we can highlight the first part. Yeah. And yeah, we could set the whole thing up.
We could do an interpretive reading of the first scene.
I think we need to get some actual pictures
Yes.
of
Yes.
Waylon, the
Yeah, I'm
producer,
fine.
aka Highway Axe
Making,
Murderer.
taking a picture and then making it a meme, but
Nah, I think we need to do this.
it'd be like a meme for us
You know what?
and the people that watch the show. They will understand.
Now,
it.
now,
They'll get it.
there's something else I want to do, and I'm going to put Waylon on the spot here, because Waylon is becoming quite a streamer himself. And where can they find you? Especially, this is for gamers. This is gaming streaming.
Well, as of right now, I don't have it all set up, but I don't have anything right now. But that is something that I plan on doing in the future.
Well, aren't they on TikTok or?
Well, there's just a TikTok.
TikTok?
But,
All right. Well, what's your TikTok?
so TikTok is Wilson_9282.
Wilson _9282. You'll have to check out Waylon, the producer, aka
Wham.
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 Luke, I play a lot of Destiny, Halo.
Well, you said the D word,
Oh yeah.
and yeah,
is.
that's what a lot of his streaming shorts are Is that right? They're on
Dang.
Destiny.
Just a bunch of clips that I've
Yeah, a bunch of
taken.
clips off of Destiny. Some really cool stuff. He showed me. I want to give Waylon a shout out. Check out his TikToks. Um, from what I understand, they're not doing too bad. Not doing too bad whatsoever.
I lost my other package of spam.
What a shame. I am
Good.
I am so.
I had a whole bit set up. I was gonna say, you know what rhymes with wham, and then I was gonna, but I lost it. I did have another one.
Well, you see,
No.
that's
I think
No.
it fell in the crevasse here.
that is
They can stay away.
that is the universe protecting everybody.
Protecting Waylon mostly.
Well, me too. I really don't dig that at all either. So,
Spam
I'm
will
glad
outlive
we
us
can
all.
mutually agree
Yes.
on that because
Spam will outlive us
thank
all.
you. We could take a poll on
No.
this.
spam will not outlive us all.
It's just pork.
Pork.
It's just pork and salt. If I had my package of spam, I could read you the ingredients.
I don't know if I want to know what's in spam.
I'm pretty sure it's just pork and sodium nitrate and salt. Look it up.
No, it ain't worth my time.
Look it up.
No, it's not worth my time.
I'd look it up, but
No, it's disgusting.
I'm getting ready to start to go in depth looking for
now,
the spam.
Now you know how I feel.
Look, I saw a picture. I didn't like spam, but I saw this one picture where, I mean, it was just like a meme, you know, and they said, oh, I don't have my shot glasses for my jack. I guess my shot glass spam will have to do. And I about vomited just thinking about
I
it.
really think it fell in the couch. That's the only
Well,
place it
you
could
know,
have
I want to tell y'all that this show is sponsored by Master Roachie's Garden. And you can find Master Roachie's Garden at masterroachesgarden.com. Masterroachesgarden.com. Check out our Father's Day special. It will start tomorrow, run till Father's Day. It's on the beard oil. Buy one, get one half off. And you might want to check out our Groovy Days. This stuff will help you with, at least helps me and other people that I've talked to with anxiety. You know, just kind of mellows you out. You ever have one of those days where you just wake up on the wrong side of the bed and just angry at the world? Groovy Days will help change that attitude. So check it out and check out some of our other products and look for some of our new products to be coming out soon. What do you think about that?
That's good.
Yeah, that is good.
I'm just upset I lost my spam.
I am too. It breaks my heart.
Luke said you don't even cook it. That's gross.
No, of course I don't cook it. You don't have to cook it.
Yes, it is.
You don't have to cook it.
So
I may have a different opinion. If you cook it,
Are you saying you like spam if it's
No.
cooked?
no, I'm not. I'm saying I will try it if it's cooked.
I will cook you some spam.
I ain't doing it.
I have 2
Okay.
cans of spam in the
Now-
kitchen right now at this moment.
No.
all right. I am not going to subject you poor folks to any more of this.
Blasphemy.
But check out our website at masterroachesgarden.com. Would you like to say goodnight, Caitlin?
On next week's episode of Thursday Night Vibes, Waylon reviews cooked spam. Good night, guys.
Oh, and as always, peace, love, and good vibes. Good night and thank you.
Friend, somebody